Greetings to all my subscribers and pipe smokers as well. Anyway, today's video is going to be on thrillers and smoking pipes or pipe smoking. Okay, so we're going to talk about all that stuff in a little bit. I want to show you this pipe that I got. This is the last one that I got. And as you can see, the color is different than what I'm going to show you the picture of it in a second here. And you can see the picture of it and how white or clear it is. And after you smoke it a while, what happens is that it changes color. Kind of interesting. And today we're going to be smoking Lord Nelson. It's an English blend and it's one of my favorites now. Here's a box that I made. And in it I've got 8 ounces of Lord Nelson. So we're going to light that up in a little while. But first we're going to talk about thrillers. And I've got 2 favorites and 3 honorable mentions. We'll talk about the honorable mentions first. Of course, a lot of people started out, reading thrillers. Tom Clancy was a big one. And I read all of Tom Clancy's books except maybe Red Rabbit, which I didn't think that much of that one. Anyway, my favorite was Without Remorse. Now, they made a movie of that book, but the movie is so different from the book that I can't even watch it. I mean, it's like, who did this and why did they do it? The character's not the same. The plot's not the same. It's not any good. So Tom Clancy would be one of my honorable mentions. Another one which I read sometimes around the same time is Frederick Forsyth. Now, they made Day of the Jackal and also Odessa File into movies. They weren't bad movies, but of course the book, Odessa File, the book is wonderful. It's a great read, and Jon Voight starred in the movie. He did a good job in it. And so that's 2 of the honorable mentions. And another one of the honorable mentions is FX Hold'em, and he did I don't know, maybe about 6 books now. I've read most all of his. The first one was Bearing Straight. That was pretty good. The one that I liked best was called Orbital. That's really a good book. So now I'm going to talk about my favorite 2. The first one is Lee Child. Lee Child is probably one of the most prolific thriller writers out there today. And of course, I think there was a movie or 2 that was the character, they got the wrong character. I mean, the main character in Lee Child's books is Reacher, and Reacher is 250 pounds and 6'5", solid muscle, and quite the big guy. And in the movies, they cast Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, 5'7", 130 pounds, ridiculous, and of course the fans said that, and Lee Child got the message. So when they got the idea to do the series in Netflix, which they did, and it's a good series, they cast a guy that actually looks like the Reacher character. So they're working on another one right now, but the book Killing Floor was really good. Now, Lee Child has probably written maybe 25 books. I've probably read all of them. There's one more, latest one coming out. I think he wrote with his brother. I started to read it in a sample, and I'm waiting to get it for free, actually, on what's called Valley Digital Media. Now, if you have a library card and your library has anything like Valley Digital Media, you can get all kinds of free books loaded into your tablet or on your phone, however you read them, and you save yourself a lot of money that way. I've read a lot of the Lee Child books that way and saved a lot of money. Some of them, of course, I have to pay for at Amazon, but they're usually about 10 bucks a piece. And then, of course, we're going to talk about my latest one that I've been reading a lot, and it's Brad Taylor. Brad Taylor was lieutenant colonel in special ops, and so he really knows what he's talking about. And the great thing about Brad Taylor's books, the star in there is Pike Logan. His given name was Nephilim Logan. Anyway, he's one of a number of characters, whereas Reacher is like a main character, and they don't carry over a lot of the other people, except maybe this sergeant by the name of Neely. Anyway, the Brad Taylor books are wonderful books. I highly recommend them. There's about 17 of them, and I put up pictures of these covers so you can see what they look like. All right, now that we've gotten to talk about all these books, I think maybe we'll enjoy some Lord Nelson. And I've never really gotten into English that much. The first English I had wasn't very strong, so I didn't like it. But then when I tried this one, I really liked it. And so it's the Lord Nelson. Here we go. So to the guy that made the pipe in Poland, I'd say Dzień dobry and dziękuję. Hello and thank you. And of course, the Lord Nelson's got a lot of Latakia in it, and Latakia I found out reading one of these books that it comes from Syria. So I'd say Salam Alaikum and Shukran, or to him, to them. All right, anyway. I love this Latakia in this pipe. I'm going to do a little light here. So, I found that this one is a lot easier on my tongue than the Virginia that I smoke. The problem with the Virginia is sometimes it gets a little hot and it can get with you a little bit. You got to be careful about that. But this is pretty mellow and I like it a lot. Great tobacco. Good pipe, great tobacco. So I like this Lord Nelson so much that I've dedicated this pipe to English tobacco now. I have to have 2 English tobacco pipes, and the other 2 are for Virginias or dark fired Kentucky, which if I really want to get a little buzz, I'll smoke that dark fired Kentucky, but I don't have any of that right now. I've got plenty of tobacco right now with what I've gotten from Smoking Pipes. I think it's the place I get it online. They're pretty good. They're in South Carolina, so I'm in Alabama. It doesn't take long to get it. It's pretty cool. Well, anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't. And I have a lot of videos. A lot of them is, biblically based, that kind of thing. If you're interested in that, you can go back. There's a lot of them in there. A lot of things you'll see said in there that you're not going to find in modern churches today, because the doctrine that I am strong on is the old Baptist doctrine, which goes back, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years, and hasn't changed since then, and is all solid biblical doctrine. All right, many blessings to you, and bye-bye.